Welcome back, guys, to today's video. So I just came back from the store, about 2 greenhouses, and I found a couple plants that I would really love to add to my collection. I'm just going to show you those first. So I got this beautiful palm. Did not come in this little cup, but I did get this adorable little pot for it to go in. But I got this adorable little palm. It's so tiny. You see? It is super tiny, but so cute. And I thought this would be perfect for my little area with all my plants because I don't have a palm. And I honestly couldn't resist. When it comes to small plants, I cannot resist. I got that little mini palm with a little pot. I got this, oh my goodness, beautiful pothos. I do not have this one yet. This one is the Pothos Enjoy, and it's in a 6-inch pot. I really do like this little hanging that it has, but I'm just going to place it above my couch because I love how beautiful it hangs. So I got this one. I got another money tree, but this one I actually purchased. The other money tree I have that's like 3 feet tall, I'm currently still trying to revive it from when I got it. It wasn't in great shape, but that one's still kind of in the process. I did get this one, which was $24, and she is pretty big, and she's in great shape. She has a lot of babies coming on right now. She's seriously super beautiful. Just a really good, really great money tree. And I got the Swiss cheese plant. I am not a fan of these. For some reason, I really do not like the way these holes are. But I did see, like, as the holes get bigger, I like them better. When they're small like this, they kind of creep me out. But as the holes get bigger, they'll get better for me. Now, I do love all of these plants, but as I look at them, they definitely need to be repot. Every time that I get new plants, I like to repot them. Not only that, go through all the leaves with some neem oil and make sure that I can get any pests off that may be lying around that I can't see right now, because I do not want them to infect my other plants. So I'm going to go with the smallest one first. So I'm just going to go ahead, take a look at this palm, and kind of just be sure there's nothing on it and still spray some neem oil just in case, because that's the last thing you want, is your whole house to be infected with some kind of something. So, and once I go ahead and disinfect everything, or as we go, I'm going to go ahead and start repotting as well. So here we have, I got this mat from Plant Mats on Etsy. I did make a little short about it, and they're really awesome. So I love these mats. But it's just really helpful when you're planting indoors and you don't want to get dirt everywhere. Just a nice little helpful way. I will try to see at the bottom if I can put the timestamps of when different things start, because I know some of you guys don't like to see the whole video. So I will do that for you. But so far I got my plant mat out. I'm going to take my plant, place her in here, and then on this palm I don't see anything whatsoever that could be wrong. Nothing at all. So I'm still going to do a little spray, and this stuff smells horrible, but this is what I'm using right here. And I'm just going to take a little wipe down of any of them that have a little bit much, but for my palm, honestly, I think this is going to be fine. These aren't really prone to having a lot of bugs and stuff like that. Okay, so now I do like her still in this pot, because I don't see any roots growing from the top or anything like that, but I do want to be sure that she's not root bound or anything like that. So I'm just squishing the sides, and I'm going to pull her out. She feels like she was just watered. But other than that, she's doing perfect. There's a lot of different stuff in this soil. This soil looks great. Nothing wrong. Everything's good on her end. So I'm just going to place her back in the pot. If they're happy, just leave them there. Don't even worry about it. Because it's the second you start moving stuff when they're having a good time that you ruin everything. So I like to pop these little, if you get a pot, make sure it has a hole in it, but sometimes I'll have this little thing on the bottom end. Don't forget to pop that out just so that the water can drain. So I'm just going to place her in here. Then I got these little small water drainage pots at Callaway, and I'm just going to place her like that, and I'm going to set her over there, but she's good to go. So she's done. She looks great. The next one, I'm going to probably do my money tree because, and I'm leaving her in this pot, but she 100% needs to be repot because her dirt is not, it doesn't have much aeration at all. So I just want to be sure that I can give her what she needs. But first, I'm going to go ahead and start wiping down these leaves. For her, I'm going to spray it down on here and just start wiping because, and just be gentle because money tree leaves, they always pop off very fast and very easy. So you just got to make sure you're going slow. Okay. So all the ones I think seem perfectly fine. I can tell with this leaf that if you can see, hold on. I can tell with this leaf right here that she had maybe some sun damage. She was way too close to a window or she was in direct sunlight. So I'm not going to cut her off because she's kind of cute. I kind of like it in a weird way. But now we are going to go in this pot and see what's going on. So I can already tell you right now that she has root rot, which is kind of sad because she's thriving so well, but all of these roots are almost black and very, very fragile, just from what I can see. But I can definitely tell it's because this has been staying wet for a long period of time. So I'm just, and these trees do not like to be repotted. But in this situation, I'm just going to have to. So I'm just going to kind of stab her. My nails are kind of sharp a little bit, so I'm just going to stab in. Not rip, just stab. I just don't want to get her, and then I am one of those that likes to water a lot, especially if I really love this plant, and I can tell it's going to happen. Like, these roots are literally falling off. And money trees do not grow an abundance of roots, so this is not a good thing. They're so fragile, and I'm going to, once I get most of the dirt off, I'll show you what they look like right now. It's not a good thing. You know from many of your plants, your roots are supposed to stay a nice white, bright, vibrant color. Obviously, when they're in dirt, they're a little dirty, but they don't go really black. These are like a very bronze, really crispy looking roots. Which she's not gonna like me for repotting her. Okay. Let me show you what I mean. So if you look at these roots, they look dead. They look almost like very stringy, almost like the bottom of your hair when you haven't cut it in a long time. This is exactly what that looks like. This is not supposed to look like this. So this dirt, it's not that it's bad dirt. It is really good dirt, just not for this plant. This plant deserves more aerated soil because they don't like to stay wet for a long period of time. So I'm gonna take my pot and I'm just gonna replant her in the same pot. And my dirt has a lot more aeration in it than that one did. Hopefully she will forgive me for what I just put her through. I will need to get a ceramic pot. These do like to be in ceramic pots, but at this moment I do not have that. I'm just going to keep her in this until she settles, and then I'll switch her to one without dealing with the roots. But I'm going to sit her here, and I will water all of these after I'm done. So I'm just going to take probably this one right here. Place her, or she may need to be a little more sturdy. This one's a tad bit more sturdy. Just going to place her on there. She will get more adjusted into this pot once she gets watered. So now I'm just going to kind of move her to the side. And she should be good there. So this dirt is still really good dirt. I kind of want to use it for something else. It just wasn't for her. So we'll just put that to the side. I don't like to waste dirt unless there's like mealy bugs or anything like that anywhere in that plant. But so far she seemed okay. She didn't have any bugs or anything, so she should be good there. So now we're just going to go through... We're gonna go through this Swiss cheese. She's gonna be a pain. I already know, but it's worth the risk. Okay, she's drenching in this. I'm just going to start wiping down leaves. Which is funny because this is the last plant I ever thought I would have in my collection, just because of how uncomfortable, for some reason, the leaves make me feel. But I really did. I saw a plant just like the same one, and it was really, really big. Like, it was huge. And I thought maybe, it was huge, but like the fenestrations, everything, it just looked kind of cool. So I thought maybe it'll work out for me. Okay. So now that we have all of her leaves nice and clean, I'm going to give you a close-up look to what's going on in the pot. There's a lot going on in there. So I'm gonna flip her over, kind of try to see what we're working with, which feels very tough to get out of this pot. I hope it's not as bad as I think it is. Because if so, I'm splitting her. Yep, she's pretty root bound. Look at this bad boy. She's definitely root bound. She's got a lot going on. Her roots are really healthy though, which is great, but she definitely needs to be separated. So I am going to start feeling her out. How the separating normally goes, I kind of just like to place them down and then kind of just feel for it, because you don't want to break the roots. So when you're kind of taking out the dirt and everything like that, just make sure you're giving a lot of tender love and care, because you don't want to rip the roots and kind of upset the plant. There's actually a tool that you can use with succulents, and it's almost like it comes in like a succulent kit. It almost looks like a little arrow, but it's rounded at the end, and it is really good for breaking apart the roots with the dirt and everything like that. I don't have one yet, but I do plan on getting one. Oh shoot, just got everywhere. So I found a good spot here that I can wiggle around. Ugh. She has so much going on right now. When I was repotting my bird of paradise, and I was getting like the lady I bought the other one from, when I was repotting her, somehow I just freaked the heck out because I was repotting her outside, and she put worms, like live worms, in the dirt, which I heard is kind of good for some of them, but I was very caught off guard. I was not expecting worms to be in the pot when I was repotting it, and they were big worms. I was so scared because it was very unexpected. I was not expecting that at all, but it was pretty funny. The rest of these, we're going to go back into this pot. So far I didn't lose too many roots, but I do want to be sure this is potted back up correctly in good soil. Here we go. Now placing her back. And I'm not going to get a bigger pot because I just took a lot of roots off and a lot of old dirt, so she's fitting perfectly. So I'm going to fill around the pot with new dirt, and she'll be perfectly fine in here. Okay. She will be perfectly fine in here. She's going to live her best life. Now, on to my pothos, which I'm very excited about because she's so beautiful. Some of this dirt. Okay, so next we're doing my pothos, which is exciting. So turn this around on this side. And for her, honestly, she looks great. She looks like she's doing great. She's gotten really long. She's just a very pretty color. I do not see any signs of any damage or anything like that. So I'm just going to briefly spray over her. Just to protect from any may cause damage. And then I'm going to kind of wipe over her. I'm not going to go leaf by leaf on this one. I'm just going to gently... Ugh. Ew. I hate neem oil. I hate it so much. Okay. So I just kind of briefly went ahead and make sure there's anything. Nope. I don't see anything that may cause any problems, but she looks great. I'm not going to be hanging her. I will be putting her on my shelf, but I guess I might as well just have to keep this little hanging thing because she's not coming out of that. I already know she's going to need a lot of dirt. I just felt her. If you can hear, just hear this. If I can guess right now, she's extremely root bound and very dry. Which I don't know how she looks beautiful, but I know if I don't repot her now, I'm going to have to repot her later. And I'm already messy. Might as well. Oh, God. Girl. This is the worst dirt I've ever seen. Look at her. Ugh. She's probably dying in there. Ew, and it's like super crunch. I don't even know. How is she surviving so well in this pot? I have no idea. And this dirt stinks. Here, I thought this one was going to be the easiest one. Saved it for last. You can see by my face, this feels horrible. This is like a disaster. Never had a pothos enjoy, but I know this is not what it's supposed to look like. Okay. this will help the plant because this was horrible. I'm going to take some dirt, lay it at the bottom, and then stack her in. Stack Miss Girl in. And then I'm going to put some dirt around her so she can feel at home. I mean, if she was growing this good in that bad environment of dirt, I don't know, she's gonna thrive. Let's do... She's definitely gonna have a hard time. So now my leaves. One more round of dirt. There we go. Okay, I'm just taking any dead leaves that she has inside because I felt a couple crusty ones. Dead leaves will bring gnats, so take those out at your earliest convenience. Okay, she's all potted up, back, and I'm gonna go ahead and give everyone a water. I'm gonna put her in this to make sure she doesn't leak everywhere. Other than that, she's all ready to go. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you for sitting with me for almost an hour.